Welcome back to Sewing in San Diego. I'm Magda. So a few months ago, I had a conversation with a friend about purchasing a nice purse, like a really nice purse. So I started Googling purses and ended up going down a rabbit hole, which eventually got me stuck on the Hermes Kelly bag. It is beautiful. It is functional. It's luxurious and it's expensive. It's also very difficult to acquire. Known as a quota bag, it can only be offered by Hermes via sales associates who offer these bags to customers who usually spend a lot of money, a pre-spend, on other Hermes items. Then a desirable bag, can be offered to the customer who then has the option of accepting or declining the offer. However, a decline can result in a significant delay in obtaining this desired quota bag. These bags can also be purchased secondhand, but don't expect any discounts. The Kelly bag generally maintains its value, and there's a risk of encountering counterfeit bags if going down the pre-loved route. You may have also heard a little buzz about another Hermes bag called the Birkin. Walmart recently sold a duplicate of this bag on its website for under $100. It became known as the Workin. It sold out quickly and was immediately discontinued on the Walmart website, all within the span of about a week. But there's another way of obtaining a beautiful, well-designed bag if you're willing to put in a little elbow grease. I ordered a DIY kit from Babylon Leather. They offer kits for leather bags, including in more masculine styles, as well as keychains and wallets. For the more adventurous leather crafter, they sell raw materials and tools too. When placing my order, I chose the Kelly Bag Woman in red, brown, and gray product that comes in the lychee pattern leather and selected the peacock blue color and medium size with the gold hardware. I believe it took less than 2 weeks for it to arrive. My kit contains all the necessaries for sewing a Kelly bag. I see leather that has already been pre-punched with holes. There's thread, needles, a screwdriver, scissors, a handle, as well as long strap, and all hardware necessary to complete this project. I should show you the box. I have literally nothing at home for leather working. In fact, I've never worked with leather before in my life, so I'm thrilled that everything came in this one box that I will need for this project. Okay, here are my top 5 reasons for sewing my own Kelly bag. Number 1, the cost. I don't need to spend $25,000 or whatever Kelly bags go for nowadays. I spent $98 and included shipping and handling. Instant gratification. I don't have to wait for a sales associate to offer me exactly what I want. Novelty. I get to try something new. Leatherworking. No stress. For me, I find it so relaxing to sew something. And I've heard that this is roughly a 10-hour project. And for me, that's a lot of zen for my $98. I did it moments. I get to soak up the eventual compliments when out and about with my bag. I love saying, I made this when wearing something that I've made, like my jacket. And when it's finished, I won't feel like I'm walking on eggshells when using it. And I will use it, and I will love it when I throw it in the back seat of my car or place it on the floor at a restaurant or just, use it. Allow it to encounter wear and tear. I will allow it to get scuffed up. That's okay. I can't wait. To get started with the actual sewing, I will scan the QR code that came with the instructions in the box, and that'll lead me to an instructional video that provides step-by-step directions for completing this project. Okay. Let's get started. This project doesn't require the use of a sewing machine, so I get to work on it wherever I want. Join me for a tour of San Diego as I work on my Kelly bag in some of my favorite places. Well, thank you for joining me as I traveled around San Diego to sew my Kelly bag. So here it is. It's all finished. I just attached the twilly to the handle, the shoulder straps, this very cute horse that came with the bag. I love this charm. And last bit of hardware here, the key that's used to unlock the little lock on the front. I also like that this bag came with these studs right here on the bottom. So when I place it on whatever surface, the leather doesn't get all scratched up. It also came with these protectors for the studs. I love this. What it didn't come with is a dust bag, and that's fine. This will probably become my daily bag for a little while. All right, things I think might be interesting to anyone who's considering making this bag. One, it's super stiff. It's a really nice structured feel. The leather is wonderful. It smells great. It was a really easy sew. I was surprised at how quickly, once I started a step, I would just breeze through it. And I wanted to show you, I have so much thread left over. I only used 2 of the needles. I have 6 left over here. Babylon Leather is super generous with the materials. There's also an extra set of studs for the bottom of the bag in case I lose one. Now, one criticism that I have is that I'm not really sure how well these studs are attached to the bottom. I did screw them on. There's a tiny screw, and so you can see it's not very long. And on the bottom of the bag, there are 2 layers of leather. So I may get some super glue and reattach them just for that peace of mind that they're not going anywhere. Okay, I will demonstrate here how to unlock the bag. There's a hidden key right here. It is a bit of a hassle to do this, so I'm considering getting a much simpler clasp to attach right here. And then on the inside, I hope you can see this. On this medium size, as well as the large version of this Kelly bag from Babylon Leather, there is a pocket right there on the front of the bag, and it is unlined. Another criticism is the tutorial video that's linked to with the QR code that's included in the kit. It's okay, but there were many segments that I had to go back and rewatch or slow down so that I could see the detail. It just wasn't super clear. Yes, I got through it. And now I think if I sew a second one, I would breeze through the process without any problem. A couple thoughts I also had for anyone considering this. I went with the default white thread, which I think is beautiful. I think it really pops on this bag, but as I was working, I could see it already starting to get dirty. So I kind of regret that decision. If I was to do this all over again, I would get a matching thread. And that's something you can request when ordering this kit. Type in, send matching thread, and they will do that for you. One thing the kit did not include is a lighter. I used one after every bit of stitching, after clipping the thread with just nail clippers. I needed a lighter to cinch these ends here so that they didn't go anywhere. I did not use the snips that came with the kit. They are so sharp, and because I was traveling all around town with my bag, I just didn't want to risk reaching into my bag and then, hurting myself. So I traveled with nail clippers instead. I think this bag would make such a cool gift for anyone who's maybe into this sort of thing, the sewing, a beginner. You don't have to have any prior sewing experience to work through this. Or it could be gifted, already completed if you want to work on it and then present it for someone who may appreciate a really cool bag. I also think this would be a great idea for someone who's considering buying a real Hermes Kelly bag, just to kind of see if the general shape works for them. I think it's beautiful. I'm strongly considering getting another kit and sewing a bag for my husband whose bag is falling apart, and I think it's time for an upgrade. So you look nice. Do you know the story about the horse charm for Hermes's products? So they got their start as an equestrian company making saddles and such, and you can still order stuff like that from their website. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour of San Diego, and if you're considering, there's a cat feeder. Hold on. Okay, that's it, just the 2. Well, I hope you enjoyed touring San Diego with me as I made this bag, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And I'd love to know if you've ever made a leather bag using a DIY kit, what your thoughts are on it. Let me know in the comments. And please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.